Hello, my name is Kara George. I'm a freshman at the University of Arkansas. I am standing in Wool Rock Museum and Wildlife Preserve outside of Bartlesville, Oklahoma, 3 hours away from Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Wool Rock was originally part of Osage Indian lands and was chosen by Frank Phillips of Phillips 66 fame as a spot for his ranch in 1925. In the 1930s, Phillips' various collections had grown into a museum worth of art and various mementos.
I am standing in front of William Robinson Lay's Navajo fire dance that stands within walking distance of the front door of Wool Rock. The piece was created in 1943 by Lay. Lay describes his experience studying for the painting to Phillips himself in a letter.
We traveled out to Gallup in January of 1939 and were taken 75 miles out into the Navajo reservation. The snow was 2 feet deep, and at midnight the cold was 4 below zero. The fire was lighted at sundown, and the dance and relays lasted all night. I waited until 3:30 to see this phase, the most striking pictorially, which I have depicted. I made sketches on the spot, since it is a mechanical impossibility to make photographs of such a scene, and the camera cannot take pictures looking into a blazing fire like this. And from these sketches, my memory and my knowledge of drawing, anatomy, and the art of painting, this picture has resulted.
The painting measures 6.5 by 2.5 feet and is incredibly menacing in size. It is an oil painting on canvas and bears exquisite coloring. Navajo fire dance can easily be seen in an autobiographical and biographical view of Lay's experience with the Navajo people and their way of life. His choice to portray the entirety of the people shares a great view of their combined mysticism. Lay's piece also shares many of the same canon as the Romanticism movement in the late 18th and early 19th century. With incredible use of dramatic content, his dancers never ending as they sing, and with great illumination. Lay's piece has remnants of Bierstadt's Sunrise Yosemite Valley. Both artist lighting techniques focus on the grandeur of the event. However, Bierstadt's is purely a landscape and shares none of the same drama as Lay's piece. Lay's piece is rather romantic itself, focusing on one particular moment, focusing on the mood of that moment, and sharing a historic theme. I first viewed this piece nearly 8 years ago as a child, and when the project arose to choose an art piece for this video, this was the first I thought of. It stands as one of the first pieces one sees as they enter the Wool Rock Gallery, and has always stayed with me through my life. My family has Native American roots, and I've always been interested in sort of mystical derision of realistic events. I think this piece is beautiful because of the amazing color and the story it seems to encompass. I'm even more amazed by the way Lay described the event himself.
The dancers, or this group, are smeared with whitish clay to represent ghosts or the dead arisen, and their dance that is supposed to express their protest against the evil spirits which are afflicting an old woman with rheumatism, and they are exorcising these spirits. Their grotesque cavortings are indicative of passionate efforts to terrify the invisible enemy.